Hey, good afternoon, everybody. This is Ryan Charnock from CDH for another 5-Minute Friday. Today, I'm going to be showing you guys the markup language for customizing the messages that come from Microsoft Flow. And so that's kind of the whole deal. The whole idea behind this is instead of having to use HTML to take your emails and format the content that's in them, you can use this shorthand version to then make them look really, really nice. And the whole idea is about saving time. Okay, so let's jump right in. Let's have a look at this guy. All right, so I thought the way it's advertised is you use this little link, and it actually shows up in Microsoft Flow, and it says, hey, you can use a shorthand here. Whoops, let's try that again. You can use shorthand. So like a pound sign, it'll make that look like header 1, double pound sign will make it look like header 2, and vice versa. So you can see this is what you enter, this is how it displays. So that's pretty cool for headers. But if you look at this document, it even goes even further. So you can make lists. You use a 0, and it makes them a numbered list. Dashes makes them bullets. You can have a combination. You can even use shorthand here for doing links. So I love this display text and then actual URL. Really, really handy. Okay, but then it gets even more complicated. You can actually design like a table. So the whole idea is if you take a little bit of time, okay, and that's kind of the challenge to it. If you take a little bit of time and learn the shorthand, then when you're developing the messages that you send to your users for approvals within Microsoft Flow, you can mark up that stuff pretty easily. So let's see it in action and see what we can got. Okay, so here I have a real simple list. I call it Markup FMF, 5-Minute Friday. Okay, and I've got a flow. Here's my flow right here. And in the edit mode, let's go into our edit mode and have a look at it. So when an item is created, so when an item in that list is created, hey, how about with send an email? So I want to know, does this markup language work in just this action, right? Or does it really only work for this start approval action? Because it'd be really cool if I could use it for just regular types of operations too. Oh, my pointer, there it goes. Okay, so when a new item is created, so I got send email, so I just have a sample block of text, okay, that's using the markup language, H1, H2, vice versa, all that stuff, and I just put it into the body, okay? So that's pretty nice. So then let's try that out with the next kind of operation here, email kind of action. You have what's called an email with an option. What that means is it's an email that has a button and the flow pauses till the user clicks the button, or you give them multiple options like yes, no, approve, I like it. So if you're not just in thumbs up and thumbs down, but you got to give them multiple choices, this is a good action to use. So I just have a single option there, and here's the same formatted text. But then I also added it into the start approval. All right, so let's fire this guy up. So let's go back over to the list. Let's enter a new record. We'll call it tester 2. Will this work? We don't know. We go ahead and save. All right, and it's going to trigger and fire our flow behind the scenes. Okay, so I'm now going to start getting some emails. So remember, it's email with option, and then approval. So let's see how this works. So I'm going to go, let's start looking and examine this guy within the web Outlook interface, because what I found is a little bit different in the web Outlook version versus the Outlook client. Okay, so here we go. I have, this is the standard email, and it didn't work. It came not as formatted text, but just as plain text. So that was a big old, didn't work at all, okay? I was really hopeful, but I was gonna see if that worked. So the next one is an email with options. Whoa, check that out. This is amazing. Look, header 1, 2, 3, the table is really cool, and there's my little button, sign off on this. But notice, this is the text output. Notice there's 2 versions of this email, kind of has this upper body and a lower body. Very interesting. Now let's examine this email. I'm in the web client. If I go to the Outlook client, here's the standard email, then here's the email with options, Notice in Outlook, it doesn't have that HTML or formatted section. So yeah, this action works, sort of. Okay, it only works in the webmail version if people are using that. So that's really hard to control from a user base, to get them to not have to use the regular Outlook client and just use webmail. So I don't feel like that's a real viable option. All right, now to get the last one to go, I got to sign off on it. You just click the button because the flow is now paused, and then it's going to kick me the last action, which is the approval. So let's see how this guy comes through. And I just got it on my phone because it's so cool because you got the Flow app, okay, right on your phone too, and you can have you can sign off or your all approvals that are sent you in one bucket. You can sign off them, and look at that guy, that's amazing. So look at this, we have all the formatting's going in there, and I have the classic reject and approve, and it comes in. This is the webmail version, but if we go look at the Outlook client, it's pretty good. It doesn't have that nice pretty border around it, but you know, there's some trade-offs in life, and so there is with email clients that you choose to use. So I'm going to say approve here. And there we go. So let's go look at this in Flow again. Okay, we looked at 3 actions. Okay, the send email with options, and the approval. Can you use this markup? Well, it does say, it advertises it could only really going to work here, but it can work with this if people are using the web client. Okay, is kind of the bonus there. So that's my testing for today, and this is my 5-minute Friday for you guys. So if you're looking for a reference, this is the URL here again, docs.microsoft. It's also built right into the approval action. It'll list that out. And so I'd like to thank you guys for hanging out with me today. If you want questions, feel free to comment on the video. You can email me directly at ryanc@cdh.com. I'm at Twitter also at ryancharnock9, and you guys can also contact us directly right through LinkedIn or on our website at cdh.com. Thanks a lot. We'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.